Baruch Hashem, it is day number 303 of our daily study of Rambam, Sefer HaMitzvos, and in the 3 chapters a day study track of Mishnah Torah, we are finally finishing Hilchos Malva V'Leiva with chapters 25, 26, and 27. It's been many days we're studying about loans. We have one mitzvah today, and it is our final mitzvah on this subject of loans. It is Positive Commandment 198, and I'll read to you from the scriptural verse which the mitzvah is based, according to the Rambam. It is Dvarim Chav Gimel Chav Aleph, Deuteronomy 23:21. I'll read the Hebrew, the original scriptural words. La nochri, to the foreigner, sashich, you should charge interest. Ulachicha, to your brother, loy sashich, you should not charge interest. Now, in the past, we have referred to that verse to give us a source for the prohibition against one Jew charging another Jew interest when he gives a loan, which is a positive commitment. It's a positive commitment to give your fellow Jew a loan, and then a negative command, prohibition against charging him interest. And as I mentioned, this is really, really, really above and beyond. This is not normal behavior. Nobody expects that you can just ask somebody for an interest-free loan. That's not the normal way. And yet, when it comes to loans, the Torah says that a Jew should treat his fellow Jew like a brother, and maybe even closer than a brother, because I know a lot of brothers who wouldn't give each other interest-free loans. Okay. When the verse says, La nochri sashich, that to the foreigner, to the non-Jew, you should charge interest, the way that many biblical commentaries explain that is that it's just a contrast to the mitzvah that you have not to charge your fellow Jew interest on a loan. The Rambam says, and this is Positive Commandment 198, that it's actually a mitzvah to charge interest for the loan to a non-Jew. He says it's a mitzvah, that you must do it. You have to charge something. It doesn't have to be exorbitant, but there should be some charge. Most notably, the Ramban. We have the Rambam and we have the Ramban. The Rambam is Rabbeinu Moshe ben Maimon, and then you have the Ramban, Moshe ben Nachman, who was after the Rambam and is also one of the great scholars of that era. And because he followed the Rambam, he often comments on the Rambam and agrees or disagrees or fills in more understanding of what the Rambam said. The Ramban says that he doesn't understand why the Rambam is saying that this is a mitzvah. Like, it's permissible to charge a non-Jew interest, but to say that you should do it, you must do it, he doesn't understand it. The Ravad as well, who is probably the primary commentary on the Rambam, also says, I don't know where he's getting this from. There's a famous letter to the Rambam's son, Rabbi Avram, where somebody's asking, why did your father say this is a mitzvah? And in fact, this letter quotes the Talmud, saying the Talmud says that although you're allowed to charge a non-Jew interest, it's discouraged because they didn't want that people should get into money lending as a way of life. So you have a question, and many of the great rabbis disagree with the Rambam, but this is what the Rambam says. That's our mitzvah for today, and we will see you tomorrow with a new set of halachas in Sefer Mishpatim, the book of judgments, God willing.